Hello, hello, thanks for having us back. We are Mr. Chris, and these are the Fabulous Cruisers. All right, come on, we're gonna go back to the 1950s. Are you ready, man? Dum, 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 dee, dum, 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 dee, dum, 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 dum. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I love the dollars, down we go, we come, we belong to see a honey, darling, go with me. Come, 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 come and keep my honey, darling, people never call me honey, darling, come and go with me. Yes, I need you, yes, I really need you. Please stay, never leave me. Really, really never give me a chance. Come, come, come and keep my honey, honey, darling. We will never party, honey, darling. Come and go with me. Everybody help us out now. Have a little exercise. Yes, I need you, yes, I really need you. Please say never leave me. Really say never, yes, you really never. You never give me a chance. Darling, come and go with me. Really on the sea, I need you, darling. Come and go with me. Come go with me. Alright, yo, yay, alright, let's get started. That's some of that old doo-wop rock and roll. Now, some people told me in the business they think rock and roll got started in Kansas City. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Oh yeah, I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women here, and I'm gonna give me one. Gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street in Vine. Gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street in Vine. With my Kansas City baby and a bottle of Kansas City wine. Well, I might take a train, I might take a plane. If I have to walk, I'm gonna get there, it's the same. I'm going to Kansas City, Kansas City, here I come. Oh yeah, they got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna give me one. Sing a little song here called The Hot Rod Lincoln. Now, I've got 5 boys and 1 girl, and I had to teach them all how to drive. Brian was the worst one of the bunch. So we're going to get Brian to sing this song, Hot Rod Lincoln. Daddy, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that Hot Rod Lincoln.
My papa said, son, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that Hot Rod Lincoln.
Here it is, the hottest rock and roll song from the 50s.
Have you heard the story of the hot rod race where the Ford story's true, and I'm here to say I was driving that Model 8. Saw Lincoln Motors really souped up. That Model 8 finally makes it look like a truck's got 8 cylinders and use them all. It's got overdrive that just won't stop. With 4-barrel carbon through exhaust, with 411 gears, you can really get lost. Got safety tubes, but I ain't scared. The brakes are good and the tires are fair. The gas had me drove away one night when the moon and the stars were shining bright. We were driving up, grapevine, drove past the cars like they was stainless steel. Woo! All of a sudden, in the wink of an eye, a Cadillac sedan that passed us by said, "Look out, boys, that was marked for me." By then, the tail light was all you could see. Now the fellas all rigged me for being behind, so I thought I'd let the Lincoln unwind. Took my foot off the gas and man alive, I started going down in overdrive. Wound it up to 110, my kilometer said 9. He stopped in, my foot was glued like lead on the floor. That's all there is, boys, there ain't no more. Now the boys all thought I lost my sense, and telephone poles look like a pink dance. They said, "Slow down, I see spots." The lines on the road just look like dots. I took a corner, sideswiped the truck, crossed my fingers just for like my finger was clicking to her rail post. The outside was wanting to go stop. Woo! Oh yeah! Woo! Smoke was coming from out the back when I started gaining that Cadillac. And I knew I kept checking in all the capacity, but them out there would be low on gas. Red flames coming from out the side. You feel the tension, man, what a ride. Said, "Look out, boys, I got a license to fly neck." Had it pulled over and let us by. Now all of a sudden she starts to knocking it down, and then she starts to fucking in the loop in the mirror, red light was blinking. Cops after my hot rod Lincoln. Ah, shit. They arrested me and they put me in jail. They called my dad and threw my bail. He said, "Son, you're gonna drive me ticket if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln." Let's go, boys. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Anybody remember Patsy Cline? Ladies and gentlemen, Cincinnati's own Miss Shaw.
We're walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk for miles along the highway, one
from the old Dick Clark show. Anybody old enough there remember Dick Clark? This one from 1960. Let me tell you about a place somewhere up in New York way, where the people are so gay, twisting the night away. Yeah, they have a lot of fun, but trouble on the run. Man, you find the young and old twisting the night away, twisting, twisting, everybody feeling great. Yeah, twisting, twisting, twisting the night away. Here's a man in evening clothes. How he got here, I don't know. Man, you ought to see him go, twisting the night away. Dancing with the chicken slacks. She's moving up, moving back. Man, there ain't nothing like twisting the night away. Twisting, twisting, everybody feeling great. Yeah, twisting, twisting, twisting the night away. Let's twist a while. Lean up, lean back, lean up, lean back. Not too far now. We won't call me after that. Now fly, now fly, now twist, twisting the night away. See the fella in blue jeans dancing with an older queen, dog with diamond rings, twisting the night away. Man, you ought to see her go, twisting through the rock and roll. Then you find the young and old, twisting the night away. Twisting, twisting, everybody feeling great. Yeah, twisting, twisting, twisting the night away. One more time, lean up, lean back, lean up. Little exercise for you now. Lean back. 1, 2, 6. Gets too sharp. Now fly. Now twist. Twisting the night away. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take these coats off of it. Let's get these coats off. Here's one of the great songs of the 50s. Rockin' Robin, ladies and gentlemen, the Wild Man from Hollywood Casino.
Tweet, 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 tweet. You rock through the streets out all day long.
Come on.
Bopping and singing this song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to rock, oh, sweet, 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 rock, rock, tweet, rock, 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 tweet, tweet, oh, rock, 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 really gonna rock tonight, tweet, tweet, every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tallest tree, the wild old owl, the big black crows, flapping their wings and blow, rock, rock, tweet, rock, Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yeah, rockin' Robin, all right. Okay. All right. Well, here's an old rhythm and blues for you. We're going to show you how the old rhythm and blues turned into rock and roll. Come on, here we go. Think of it's all right. Old rhythm and blues. Here she goes. She's going to get you to help us sing it. Say it's all right.
It's alright.
Say it's all right.
It's alright.
It's all right.
Have a good time.
It's all right.
Oh, it's alright.
We're gonna move the show when the lights are low. When we move the show, sound like no. It's alright. Oh, it's alright. Listen to the beat. You got soul, everybody knows. It's alright, oh, it's alright. When you wake up early in the morning, feeling sad like so many others do. Mama, oh, soul, maybe my good. Sure is something that's only you. Say it's alright. Oh, yeah. Say it's alright. Yeah, come on. It's alright. Have a good time. It's alright. Oh, it's alright. Now everybody clap your hands. Give yourself a chance. You got soul, everybody knows that it's alright, oh, it's alright. Someday I'll find me a new woman who will love and treat me so nice. And my hopes will go, my love she will know, and we can live the night. She's got me so alright. It's alright. It's alright. Have a good time. It's alright. Oh, it's alright. Everybody clap your hands. Give yourself a chance. All right, thank you very much. Now this song is back from the 40s, but they brought it in the 50s, and then they called it rock and roll. My friend Fats Domino said we were playing rock and roll in the 1940s, but we didn't know what to call it. Well, get out man, kitchen and around. Well, get out man, kitchen and rattle and pots and pans. Well, roll my breakfast, I'm a hungry man. Everybody sing it now. I said shake, rattle and roll. 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 Well, you never do nothing, stay the doggone soul. Well, the man in dresses has done it so nice. Well, the man in dresses has grown up so nice. She looks as warm, but her cold as hard as ice. I said, shake, rattle, and roll. 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 Well, you never do nothing, stay the doggone soul. Go! Go! Like a one-eyed cat peeping in the seafood store. Like a one-eyed cat peeping in the seafood store. I can look at you till you ain't no child more. I believe you do Joe Turner back in the 40s as rhythm and blues. What we're going to do right now is a more modern song. This is probably the newest song we do. A little thing called Brown Eyed Girl. Brian, you want to sing to all the brown-eyed girls here today? Oh, wait a minute.
That's not the right one.
No, this one's her. We're going to do the judge first. Let's do the judge first. This will be Shaw. Sorry, Brian, I'll get you in a minute. More of a newer song, and was done by Van Morrison, I think back in the 60s, early 70s. And Brian's going to do this one for you. This is my third son down out of 5, and 1 girl. So I'm going to teach him how to sing one of these days. Good luck. All right. Brown-eyed girl.
Here on we go. Days where the rains came down the hollow, played a new game, laughing and running, skipping and jumping in
this song? I don't know if you know this one or not. All right. Little Eva.
What's she doing?
Locomotion.
Come on, baby, do the locomotion. My little baby says, do it with me. It's easier than learning after ABC. Come on, do the locomotion with me. Round the swing your hips down. Come on, baby, come on, come back. Well, I think you got that. Whoa, round the floor and locomotion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Do it nice and easy now. Locomotion. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. Little baby says, do it with me. Easier to learn it after
Now this is Joe.
Come on, do the locomotion.
This is Joe. No, I'm on the Joe with it. Okay. All right, thanks.
All right, yeah, Locomotion. Little Eva, that's right. All right, here we go. A little salute to my friends, the Beach Boys.
Serving now, everybody's serving now. Come on and safari with me.
Early in the morning, we'll be hitting now. And humming, coming along. We're loading up the wood with the boards inside. Living out, singing our song.
Sorry, serving safari. I'm sorry, serving safari. I'm sorry, serving safari. I'm sorry, serving safari. Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning now. Come on and safari with me.
Honey, coming round, we're kicking the deer. We're gone to walk in the road. We're going on a slide to the out of the year. We're coming to the edge of the road.
Serving safari. Serving safari. Serving safari. Serving safari. Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on and safari with me.
England in the lunar Sierra kicking out the leading wave. 790 miles getting there and again from the light to the shoulder blue.
Serving safari. Serving safari. Serving safari. Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on and safari with me. Serving safari.
All right, yeah, salute to the Beach Boys. Yeah, we were way up in Indiana a few years ago, and I got to meet one of the Beach Boys backstage with them, and that was fun. Another lady in the business, rock and roll business, I'd like to salute, and her name is Dee Dee Kennebrew, and she had a band called the Crystals. You might recognize this song coming up next. She and I done a lot of shows together, and we just loved her. And so we're going to do this song here. You'll recognize it. You've heard it on the radio 1,000 times. Miss Shar from Cincinnati is going to do it for you. You do run, run, you do run, run, baby. Here we go.
There's no running in my heart that says, you do run, 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 you do run, run.
Sing it now.
All night knowing that it's never fail. You do run, 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 you do run, run. Yes, lost and still. Yes, his name was Bill. And when he walked me home, you do run, 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 you do run, run.
It was fun working with them. We've been working on the road for since 1962. Started when I was about 13. Here's my boy Brian, better do. Margaritaville.
Living on Spunky, watching the sun bathe. Now these two rivers covered with oil, strumming my six string on my drum swing. Smell of a friend there beginning to boil. Let me sing it, y'all. I would stand away again in my arena. There you go. Searching for a mind, lost sacred soul. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. One of you three, I know it is. It's never nobody's fault. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but it's my own damn fault. One more time, y'all ready? Yes, and some people claim that there's a woman to blame.
That hurt like that. Right in front row.
It's my own damn fault.
Oh, it's Brian's fault. Okay, we're down in Mexico. Let's sing a little Mexican song. Here's Brian to practice his Spanish today. I went to Mexico. We had a vacation down there. I didn't see one damn Taco Bell. No.
They saw you coming.
Yeah, they saw me coming. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold up.
Wait, yeah. We're going to salute my good... No, one of my favorite singers. Mr. Ray Charles, Miss Shaw.
Georgia.
salute to Ray Charles, Miss Shar from Cincinnati, Charlene Sexton. All right, yeah. Well, let's do a little tune here, and we're going to get Brian to sing this song. It's called Mama Don't Dance and Your Daddy Don't Rock and Roll.
Except my mama did dance and my daddy does rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm his daddy, I do rock and roll. So here we go. Mama don't dance, my daddy don't rock and roll. Are you ready, Brian?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to go with this thing. All right. Ready, girl? Oh, yeah. All right.
Mama don't dance and daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to go down, where you go to rock and roll. Your folks say that you got it every day by ten. If you're out on the day, if you're bringing home late to see them, you know what you're doing. There's just no excuse and you know you're gonna lose, you never win. I say it again, and it's all because mama don't dance and daddy don't rock and roll. Mama don't dance and daddy don't rock and roll. When you go around and time to go down, where you go to rock and roll.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating Ray's guitar.
Go to the drive and you find a place to park. Hop into the backseat where you know it's nice and dark. You just like to move and you're living in the breeze. Just like you're riding in the guys without a car, no hair, Louis. You come with me to the little beach. And it's all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When you go around and it's time to go down, where you go to rock and roll. Where you go to rock and roll. Where you go to rock and roll.
And the Wild Man. Yeah, that's my third son down. They call him the Wild Man. He plays down there at the Riverboat, the casino down there. Which one in Lawrenceburg?
Belterra, is that the Belterra?
Well, we played the Belterra, but the other one up there in Lawrenceburg. Yeah. Rising Sun in Indiana, and the one up there in Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
And if your
Hollywood Casino. Yeah, that's it.
if your dad's a Mr. Chris, then you know where to go to rock and roll.
Yeah, he knows where he been. Matter of fact, we had
Easy
Brian on stage about, I think he was 8 years old, and I was singing for the governor of Kentucky that day, and he had his wife there, Governor John Y. Brown, and his wife got up and done the twist with Brian when he was about 8 or 9 years old. Her name was Phyllis Brown, Miss America. So that was, yes, she was pretty, and that was a fun show for the Kentucky governor there that day. So we're going to do a little something special here coming out in a minute. But right now I want to pay a salute to a guy that I looked up to for a long time in the business, and I've been traveling with some of these people for 64 years. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. I tried to keep up with Bob Hope and his crew, and he toured, all over the world singing for the troops. But the United States Air Force and Wright-Patterson Air Force Base and the old Air Force Base down in Wilmington, Ohio, They got me up on stage when I was 15 years old, so I've been playing for all the Air Force bases across America for the last 60-some years. Thank you very much. But anyway, I remember one night on my tours, we were way up in Michigan back in the 60s. I was just a young fella then. Imagine that. Anyway, we were in the Holiday Inn up there in Michigan. I think it was Flint, Michigan, or maybe Saginaw. And Johnny Cash and his band was already there at the Holiday Inn staying over the night because they played at a festival and we were playing there in the Holiday Inn. So his band and my band got together there. All I can say is that was a hell of a party. I salute to Johnny Cash. Love is a burning thing. It makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burned, burned, burned. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Now Johnny Cash would say, silly. See, that's how we call the hogs down in Arkansas. Silly. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burned, burned, burned. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Taste of love is sweet. When hearts like ours meet, I felt for you like a child. $5 million the first month. All right. Okay, let me set the stage here. Give me a minute. We got something a little bit special for you. Hold on now.
The excitement's killing you, isn't it? You're in for a treat.
No rushing the stage. Got his security.
All right. Okay. Well, we got a little special guest here in the audience, in the back room, and they landed at the airport out here at what's the airport here in town?
What is it?
Beckley.
Beckley Airport?
Beckley Airport? No, the big one, the Vandalia.
The Dayton Airport.
Yeah, the Dayton Airport. Yeah, the big one there. He just flew in from Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. And he agreed to come over and help his old buddy and sing one song. Here's one big song from the one and only. I'm going to play you a song and see if you recognize it first.
All right, ladies, here we go!
From the Rolling Stones. 1964. Come on up here, Mick. Let's say hi to the folks.
Back up, ladies.
All right. Now, wait a minute, Mick. I want to ask you a couple of questions here, Mick. Hold on.
Right, all right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on there. Hey, Mick, we've had some questions. A few people knew you were coming tonight, and they wanted to ask a couple questions of you here.
Okay.
It's nice to have you. Thanks for landing at the airport and coming over and singing it. I know you only got time to sing one song.
Yeah.
That song's Satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. That's what I tell my wife sometimes. I can't get no satisfaction. And
That's what
but
she
anyway,
says.
That's right. Okay. All right, we'll do the story here. Always a wise ass to get the show, isn't it? Okay, all right. Now, Mick, how did you and your band, the Rolling Stones, over in England, way back in 1964, come up with that song, I Can't Get No Satisfaction?
Right, all right. So me and my buddy Keith and I, that's my buddy Keith. We're sitting in the flats one day, just getting messed up on, cheese doodles and whatnot.
What's the flats? They don't know what the flats are.
Right.
What's a flat?
A flat is like an apartment. An apartment,
I said apartment?
Apartment, yeah.
Apartment? Okay.
Yeah, apartment, yeah.
All right, I got it.
Right, so there's like snorting cheese doodles and doing Swiss cheese or whatever. And Keith looks at me and he says, "Hey, Mick." He calls me Mick. It's short for Mick Jagger. Says, "Hey, Mick, sometimes I can't get no." I said, "You can't get no what?" He said, satisfaction. I said, "Satisfaction? Have you tried?" He said, "Yeah, I tried." I said, "You tried?" "Yeah, I tried. You can't get no satisfaction." So we wrote it down, and it was a pretty good song. It was a good song, right?
Yeah, good song.
Pretty good song, yeah.
All right, here he is, Mick Jagger. We're going to do that big hit song. Yes, and the Rolling Stones. I can't get no satisfaction. All right, come on. Come on. Yeah. Mick Jagger.
I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. 'Cause I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried. I can't get no. I can't get no. When I'm driving in my car, and a man goes on the radio, he's telling me more and more about some useless information supposed to by my imagination. I can't get no.
Come on.
Hey, that's what I said. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction. 'Cause I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried. I can't get no. I can't get no. When I'm watching my TV, and a man goes on to tell me how wise myself can be, but he can't be a man 'cause he doesn't know the same cigarettes as me. I can't get no. No. Hey, that's what I said. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no girl reaction. 'Cause I tried, and I tried, and I tried, and I tried. I can't get no. I can't
70s into the late 70s, early 80s. Ladies and gentlemen, that new kind of music that just got started. It was called disco. Anybody remember the disco? All right, come on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the 1970s, they had a special band that came out with a special disco song.